History of globalization. First, globalization is a phrase used by economics to describe the world's first major period of globalization of trade and finance, which took place between 1870 and 1914. The second globalization began in 1944 and ended in 1971. This led to the third era of globalization, which began in 1989 and continues today. The period of 1870 to 1914 represents the peak of 19th century globalization. First, globalization is known for increasing transfers of commodities, people, capital, and labor between and within continents. However, it is not only about the movement of goods or factors of production. First, globalization also includes technological transfer and the rise of international, cultural, and scientific cooperation. The 1876 World Fair in Philadelphia was the first not to take place in Europe. The modern Olympics began in 1896, and the Nobel Prize were awarded in 1901.
Rada May Abinal and presenting what is globalization. So globalization is not only here in the Philippines. So globalization means all over the world. That is global. So globalization today meant the merging of the economic powers of the world to form one economy or at very fast. A financial network that is systematically combined throughout the world that provides more effective ways to handle currency, taxes, trading, and etc. Globalization is an elimination of barriers to trade, communication, and cultural exchange. The theory behind globalization is that worldwide openness will promote and inherit wealth of all nations. So yung globalization, madami silang organisasyon na binuo. Kasi yung globalization, ito yung nagbuklod-buklod sa atin. So being a Filipino and sa ibang bansa din. So what is the effects of globalization in the Philippines? Siyempre, yung globalization, meron ding epekto sa Pilipinas. So globalization has had more positive effects than negative effects. Their balance of import and export has strengthened economy. In addition of surpassing their economy. In addition of surpassing, Philippines receives more resources than they use. So yung Pilipinas daw, yung globalization nila, especially the economy, lumago instead na malose nila yon. So bakit? Kasi yung Pilipinas, mas madami yung import nila more than export. So dun sila kumikita, or tayo here in the Philippines, yun yung dahilan. So of course, this trend has reversed again the 21st century, an era of unprecedented global integration. So changes in technology and international economic policies have reduced many barriers to the free flow of goods, services, and capital. So the opening up of the global economy has led to the overall increase in international economic activity. So yun po yung globalization.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, classmates. The topic is advantage of globalization. The advantage of globalization are actually much like the advantage of technological improvement. They have very similar effect. They raise output in countries, raise productivity, create more jobs, raise wage, and lower price of product in the world economy. Advantage: it helps other countries share information about technological developments to developing countries. It helps to increase the demand of product. Globalization makes the economy of one country dependent on the economy of another. Number 1. Increased economy. Increased economic growth and increase in value of the goods and service produced by economy over the period of time. It is conventionally measured as the percent rate of growth in real GDP. Growth is usually calculated in real terms, inflation adjusted terms, in other unit, or the effect or inflation on the price of the goods and service produced. In economics, growth typically refers to growth to potential output production at full employment within caused by growth in aggregate demand or observed output. Makes production more affordable, bring opportunities for poorer countries, better service. Infrastructure spending is designed to create construction jobs and increase productivity by enabling business to operate more efficiently. Number 3 is standardization of living. The standardization of living is the level in comfort and service available, generally applied to a society or location rather than to an individual. 1. The standard of living is relevant because it is considered to contribute to an individual's quality of life. Number 2. The standard of living is generally concerned with objective metrics outside an individual personal control, such as economic, societal, political, and environmental matters, such things that an individual might consider when evaluating where to live in the world, or when assess the success of economic policy. The standardization is framework of agreement to which all relevant parties in an industry or organization must adhere to ensure that all processes associated with the creation of a good or performance of a service are performed within set guidelines. Number 5. It promotes peace, improve productivity. Peace nurtures the hope of forgiveness, community, and reunion with those with whom we share the earth. The peace of many people together is big. When we see ourselves as separate from our community and from nature, when violence and strife arise, peace has positive effect on physical capital communication and human capital accumulation. Peace contribute to economic growth by the way of increasing of productivity in capital and labor, good governance, tourist arrival, and efficient of institution. Also, ang kapayapaan ay may positibong epekto sa akumulasyong pisikal na kapital at akumulasyon ng kapital ng tao. Ang kapayapaan ay nag-aambag sa paglago ng ekonomiya sa pamamagitan ng mga paraan ng pagtaas ng pagiging produktibo sa kapital at paggawa mabuting pamamahala pagdating ng turista at mahusay din ng mga institusyon. 6. Transfer of technology. Technology transfers help develop early stage intellectual property in tools for direct use by the research community or into base for the new platform, product, or service to be made into product for public use. Why is technology transfer important? Technology transfer help develop early stage intellectual property into tools for direct use by the research community or into base for new platforms, product, or service to be made into product for public use. Bakit mahalaga ang paglipat ng teknolohiya? Ang paglilipat ng teknolohiya ay nakakatulong na bumuo ng maagang yugto pagmamay-ari ng intelektual sa mga tool para sa direktang paggamit ng komunidad ng pananaliksik o sa mga base para sa mga bagong platform, produkto o serbisyo na gagawing produkto para magamit sa publiko. 7. Extension market. A market extension merger refers to the coming together of two companies that product or sell the same type of product but to different markets. The main benefit of this type of merger is to give the companies that merge a larger market research client base as a result of its new capacity. Marketing, which means the production of more variety of product for a particular brand. Market extension is usually mobilized by evolving consumer needs. For instance, company X was established and its product is white t-shirt. Po ay puting.
Advantages of globalization. 1. Causes job displacement. Ito ang dahilan ng pandemya na maraming taong nawala ng trabaho dahil sa pagbabawas ng empleyado ng mga kumpanya. Dahil ang mga kumpanya ay nakaranas ng pagkalugi o ayaw malugi ng tuluyan. Dahil dito, humihina ang takbo ng ekonomiya. Nagiging dahilan rin ito ng pag-aaway ng bawat pamilya. Dahilan na walang pangsustento. 2. Growing inequality. Ito ay ang paglaki ng kaibahan ng personalidad o kakayahan ng bawat tao. Kaya dudulot ito ng kawalan ng tiwala sa sarili. Halimbawa, kakaroon ng stress, status anxiety, at pagkasira ng kalusugan. Increasing of unemployment rate imbalance. Ang kakulangan ng sapat na pagbabagong loob ng kasa ng trabaho ay maging daan sa pagtaas ng bilang ng walang trabaho o kaya sa unemployment rate. Environmental loss. Dahil sa panahon ngayon, marami ang nawalan ng trabaho kaya gumagawa ng mga maling gawain tulad ng pagnanakaw para lang may ibigay sa kanilang pamilya.
na ang globalisasyon ay isang pangyayaring lubusang nagbabago sa buhay ng tao mula sa kasalukuyan. Makikita na kahit saan tayo magtungo merong globalisasyon, mula sa pagbili ng produkto na galing sa ibang bansa at pagtangkilik ng kanilang tradisyon, yun ay masasabi nating isang globalisasyon. Alam naman natin na lahat ng bagay ay mayroong epekto, isa na mapabuti man yan o masama. So, may mga taong hindi naniniwala sa kabutihang mayroon ang globalisasyon. Katulad ng naniniwala sila na dahil sa globalisasyon, mas nagkakaroon tayo ng environmental problems. Katulad na lang ng global warming, the depletion of natural resources, and the production of harmful chemicals. Naniniwala din yung ibang tao na dahil sa globalisasyon, mas tumataas yung porsyento ng climate change. Lamang yon sa negatibong epekto ng globalisasyon sa ating kapaligiran. Ang isa dito ay environmental damage. Kasi sa positibong epekto ng globalisasyon ay mas tataas yung economic growth, tas mas maraming trabaho ang magbubukas. Pero meron din itong negatibong epekto, katulad na lang ng kapag isang kumpanya ay marami na siyang kakompetisyon, mapipilitan siyang magsara, kaya yung mga empleyado ay mawawalan ng trabaho. Dahil sa kawalan ng trabaho na dulot ng globalisasyon, mapipilitan yung mga mas bababa yung economic rate ng isang bansa. Mapipilitan yung mga bata na magtrabaho para makakita sila ng pera na sasapat sa kanilang pamumuhay. Sa positibong impact ng globalisasyon is makaka-access tayo ng technology na updated. Kunyari na lang yung noong unang panahon merong technology pero keypad lang, sapat na yung laptop na hindi katulad ng upgrade ngayon na may Oppo, may magandang specs. Ngayon, tsaka yung panahon dati, gamit lang yung sulat bilang isang mensahe. Ngayon, kapag nag-chat ka sa cellphone mo, after within a minutes or a seconds, pwede nang makareceive yung message na yun. Nung nakaraang panahon, maghihintay ka pa ng ilang buwan, ilang araw bago mo ma-receive yung mensahe ng pinadalhan mo.